Okay, I know the camera quality isn't, or the lighting quality isn't the best. This isn't my laptop that I'm using. No, whatever, it's fine. Um, I wanted to take a second to just talk to the camera, not about something controversial like, oh no, like nothing. I don't want to talk about anything political, like I want to talk in general. We need to stop before we all kill each other. That is that is it. That is my entire statement. That's all I have to say. We need to stop before we kill each other. You want to know what I mean by that? We wake up every day to people doing terrible things. I'm not reading off a script, by the way. This is like I was sitting here eating bread. Boom. King's Hawaiian rolls, non-spawn. I was sitting there eating bread and I thought to myself, damn, what the hell are we doing? Like, really think about it. What the hell are we doing nowadays? In this day and age, technology is present. People, we would say, oh, the human race has come a long way from what it started as. Those people, I disagree to a certain extent. What we have done, technologically, we have moved forward, yes. In that regard, we have, obviously advanced. However, I'm talking about, as a base, as a race, as a people, as a species, we haven't progressed at all. The only thing we've learned how to do is speak languages. That is the only thing. You can. I don't care. We have been making weapons for years. We have been hurting each other for years. The only thing that changed was the fact that we speak. We can understand each other now. That is the only thing. I don't care what anybody has to say on that. I think the human race is just gone downhill. And what I mean by that is really looking forward and looking back. What are we doing? Infighting. That is the most common occurrence in on the globe in general. Everybody that is a human, mind you, is infighting. That's all that goes on. It's just think about it like this. You know those people who are barely getting by? That is our fault. As a society, as a people, as a race, that is our fault. The fact that we are the reason that people are barely making it by as it is baffling. People get nowadays, if you're lucky to get hired, mind you, people get paid just enough to where they can live, but not enough if they care to live. It's sad, obviously. Depression is I don't even want to think about how bad that's gotten. But it's sad. What we're literally we're destroying each other. We're destroying each other. We need to stop. I'm not. This isn't supposed to be some oh, save the planet, guys, or no hippie, none of that. I'm trying to genuinely bring awareness to what's going on. My video lagged. If there's a lag spike in there, I'm sorry. That's not my fault. New computer and stuff. No, not new. Whatever. I'm getting sidetracked. Um, people every day, we wake up to constant violence. That's not even. You will know what I'm joking. I'm not joking about this. Like, this is serious stuff. Yes, there are, people who are, out there trying to stop all this, but I know I have, like, a relatively small following on YouTube in general. I don't care. As long as I can just say what I want to say and people hear me, then that's enough for me, honestly. It's. Listen, guys, when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you probably normally do is check your phone, right? We have all done it. I do it most of the time. But when you check your phone, it's usually I don't know what you expect, but from what I'm seeing, I'm not saying this is like a personal thing, I'm just saying what I'm seeing in general, we're waking up to, oh no, politicians are doing this, politicians are doing that, somebody got canceled, or somebody's being put in jail because they were a PDF file. I can't say the word on YouTube. I don't know if my channel's big enough to get demonetized, but I'm not going to risk it. There's nothing to demonetize, but I don't want my videos to get taken down, so you know what I mean. It's just senseless infighting, dude. How bad have we become as a society that people who know better, mind you, who know better, are preying on literal children? Do you understand how messed up that is? Of course you do. So why do people do it? Here's another question. Why do cannibals exist? Why do we have weapons of mass destruction? Why do we have nuclear bombs capable of wiping out continents? Or, like, why? Why do we have these things? We don't need to prepare for anything. This day and age, people are always, trying to prepare for the worst. There should be nothing to prepare for. Do you know how many people go hungry, starve every day? That's our fault as a people. We are the reason why ourselves are struggling so much. People say, we need to struggle. Life needs to have challenges in it. I disagree. At first I was like, yeah, I think we need to have challenges. Now I'm not so sure. Small inconveniences are just that. Small little things. Oh no, I dropped something. Or oh no, I stubbed my toe. Or oh no, I tripped. Small inconveniences. In this, like today, those small inconveniences are enough to tip someone over the edge and remove them, like, to just remove themselves from the planet. I probably should have, okay, so I'm gonna leave a trigger warning, right here. It's about to get pretty dark if it hasn't already, so, there's gonna be topics like child abuse, depression, all that stuff. If you're sensitive, click off, it's fine. I have, 7 other videos you can make fun of me for. With that out of the way, do you know how sad it is when, it's sad when adults say they don't want to live anymore. Do you know how sad it is? How heart-shattering it is when a child sits there and says, I don't want to live anymore. 'Cause that's me. A lot of you watching this probably don't know, or the close friends who, subscribe to my channel know. I have real bad depression since I was 4 or 5, maybe, I don't remember. I have been in the dumps. It's only gotten worse now, but it's sad, bro. And depression is one of those things where not all of it comes from society, but most of it does. My main goal in life in general is to help people, whatever way that may be. Before I leave this earth, I want to know that I at least helped at least one person. That's why I started this channel, this journey in general, to make people's days better, But it's so sad. Do you know how many people just don't pay attention to their children? They just ignore them. They neglect them. Why? Why do you do that? I don't get it. And this goes back into the thing I said earlier. The human race is just devolving backwards. People say that now. I think it hasn't evolved much at all to begin with. We have all these technological advances. We have shoes. We can, build stable enough homes. We can increase produce of vegetables, crops. But it just doesn't. Those same things are being flipped on their head now more than ever. People steal, lie, kill each other. It's terrible how bad the world has become nowadays. I don't know why. Really sit there and think to yourself, man, where did we go wrong? I don't know. I really don't know. The worst you can do is not be there for somebody. Especially nowadays. People, do you understand that someone is going through a rough time? You understand that, right? Naturally, you would want to be there for someone. Nowadays, with all this social media and stuff, it's hard to do that. People have the ability to spread awareness to these things, to these sorts of things. I'm not saying they don't do that. There are definitely people who do that. But it's gotten so bad. Social media is just constant negativity, all these toxic people talking about something. Why do you think, there was a thing a few months ago I saw, years ago I mean, men were literally leaving the US because they couldn't find someone to date. They couldn't find women to date. That's wild. If you really think about it nowadays, I keep using that word nowadays because that's pretty much how I describe it now, but this is the population right now, right? This is the dawn of time from the first humans, uphill massively, then it goes down. That was probably early 2000. No, scratch that. I don't know, people. It gets me mad and I can't produce words. But what I'm trying to say is, infighting has objectively ruined us as a race. You want to know something really, really, really weird that I find weird? Come here, right? I'm gonna need you to get close. We're going up close and personal. You guys are familiar with the Atlantic slave trade, right? I know, whoa, big jump in topic. A black man talking about the Atlantic slave trade? Get used to it, right? People from other continents came to my homeland because I am black. Very black. I don't even know if I'm showing up on camera correctly. But, jokes aside, they came to my home, my continent, and people on ships, they sold our people fancy, you know, fancy hunting sticks and things called guns. And in return, they wanted our people. Now, any person with a functioning frontal cortex would know, hey, they would never do that. Dear friend, do you understand how bad? Like, my kind sold out their own brethren for weaponry, that which they can then use against their own brethren. That is sad. Do you like? I know I try to keep things pretty light-hearted on this channel, but we can't ignore history. Let's be real. We shouldn't ignore history, but like, think about it. My people, my brethren, sold each other for guns, which they then used on themselves. And it's only gotten worse nowadays. Like, people, you know, I don't even know if I can say this on YouTube or not, but like, people are selling other people in exchange for money and drugs, and it's just so sad that we have to worry about that now. My chess piece just dropped. I'm sad about that. Listen, man, I gotta keep it lighthearted somehow. But it pisses me off, honestly. We wake up to so many people getting shot. That's another thing I want to talk about. Gang violence. I know what you're gonna say, oh, typical man of color talking about gang violence. Crazy. As crazy as it is to believe. I grew up in the hood. I grew up in the ghetto, believe it or not. Like, legit, there was a car that crashed into a pizza place directly across from my school. I got jumped in the back of the school. I had friends sell me out. A lot of other stuff happened, too. But gang violence is one of the most biggest things in all of I don't even see America, because it happens all over the globe, believe it or not. Gang violence is pointless. It's really pointless. We're sitting there killing our own people, our friends, hell, even family sometimes, if you think about it. People sell out their own family members all the time. What do you gain from this? It's like I said at the beginning. All these people in power have nuclear bombs. What do you need them for? There's no purpose to it. Another thing I want to bring to light is how sensitive people are nowadays. Especially how sensitive people are nowadays. It's sad, bro. It's so sad. I can mess around to say something so minuscule, but one person, one singular person, will see that, disagree with it, go on Twitter, of all places, say, oh, this dude said something I don't like. Boom. Cancelled. It's okay not to agree with somebody, but to collectively gather up as a group of people and basically just harass people. I'm not saying cancel culture isn't inherently bad, because it has prevented a lot of, bad people from doing bad things, right? But people are now twisting it into this sickening thing where if you don't agree with something, you can just cancel them. You like the color red? Cancelled. You like bread? Cancelled. You don't like bread? Cancelled. You don't like dogs? Cancelled. I'm just starting to think social media shouldn't have been created for a lot of people in a lot of reasons. That's basically my whole shtick. That's the main point I want to make in this video. I want to make very clear is we need to stop killing each other, killing ourselves, so we can actively work together and help heal the world that we've so blatantly just disrespected. We've torn it apart, stripped it of its natural resources, invade each other for their resources, kill each other for their resources. We take, we steal, we lie, we cheat. Everyone has done it. Everyone has taken something. Everyone has lied about something. Everyone has stolen something in their life. It doesn't matter how good of a saint you are. You have done it. I know you have. If you haven't, then you're lying. Not everyone is born, a saint. I'm human, bro. I have flaws and insecurities. Just like everybody else on this planet. But we have to put aside those differences to help each other out. Like I said before, people are waking up. They're just in this limbo. They're just in this limbo. What I mean is, they don't want to live. They don't want to die. They're stuck like this chess piece. Watch. They want to live, right? They want to live, but they don't want to die. They don't want to live. They don't want to die. So they're stuck in the middle right here. They're just stuck in this. Hell, that's me. Some days I don't even want to live. I don't want to die. I'm just existing, going through the motions of life. Like, people are so unstable nowadays. It's that like one thing can just set them off and killing themselves. And instead of helping them, we tear them down for it. You have depression, just be happy. Do you understand how stupid that is? What is there to be happy about? The constant war, constant gang violence, constant sickness, plagues. Hell, people, we are so stupid. Someone decided to eat a bat and we couldn't go outside for months. In that time, I think, like, things have gotten even worse. Attention spans started going downhill. People started arguing way more. People got way too comfortable online. Way too comfortable. What are we doing, guys? Like I said, main takeaway from this video, we gotta help each other. We really have to help each other. Because if the sun doesn't kill us, we're gonna kill us. That's it. I guess like, comment, subscribe, and then, you can go on with your day. I'm not forcing you to do it. I'm asking you. You don't have to if you don't want to, obviously. But it'd be nice. Alright, I'm gonna go finish this bread. How long has this been? I'm gonna go finish this bread. Bye.